Hello, everybody. We are back.
We made it.
Hello.
Of course,
We're still here.
the technical difficulties right as the countdown means that everyone's in the wrong spots. I will get that sorted really, really quickly. That's on me. At least I'm in the right spot. I'm good. I'm happy. But we'll get that sorted right now. But we're back. It's great. We've had a little bit of hiatus. Then we've had a little bit of trouble getting back in. I wasn't even supposed to be in the GM's chair today, but Howln is off this week. And then it's a whole thing of whatnot. But we're back, and I'm excited to be back, and it's really, really cool. We'll start with some introductions. I'll start moving people around.
Since we're in the wrong place, we get to do the introductions of the character.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're being moved.
Oh no.
I know who I was. I know who I was.
I don't know who I. Who am I?
I know who I was. Oh,
Okay.
I'm back where I was to start. Back there.
So-
Perfect.
But before we do the introductions, really quickly, content warnings. This is a bit R-rated, drug use, sexual references. That's your warning. There's lewdness in this show. There's no real content of like body mutilation or anything like that side of thing. The horror for this is going to be very less than the normal one, and you'll see shortly why. But it's the other side of things. This is an adult version of Scooby-Doo, very much adult. We have Silenscape in the background. If you want to donate to the channel and help out our players, every $1 donation gives the player an experience tick. You only need 5 experience to actually level up. This was supposed to be a temp game, so people were leveling up really quickly, but that's really good because it helps out the channel. Thank you, Pedigree, for that following. I was going to also mention, if you subscribe to the channel, that gives everyone on the cast at the time an experience tick as well. So thank you for the follow. We'll go our... Wait, they're still in the wrong spots. How did I do that?
I don't know. That's why I was like, back where I started.
How?
Wrong location.
Is that? Yes. Okay. We're good. Dr. Oblong.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm Dr. Oblong. I don't play Prospero Theus III, the guy that thinks that probably... I don't know how to put this without insulting.
Oh, you can insult Prospero. He deserves it.
Yeah.
This is the alignment.
He's the guy that thinks that privilege is actually something that, he's inherited by the will of God, and he has every right to use it.
The mandate of heaven says I should be in charge of things. How dare you correct the mandate of heaven?
Exactly.
If
And
not heaven, the laws.
Yeah. That would be Prospero. But he is a good sugar daddy to the rest of us at the end of the day.
Listen, someone had to do it. None of you, all of you poor folk got nothing. I got so much to give and then so much left over just because I'm so rich. It's fine.
Hey, I had my own income before I had to spend it all bribing that cop last time.
From using my credit card, you mean?
Well, you couldn't use the credit card because they wanted cash. Well, that's okay. I've got cash. I'm a drug dealer. Right in front of the cop.
Yeah, listen, the cop's taking bribes. They probably fine with it.
Oh, he was very fine with it.
So check out our YouTube. We've got a lot of clips. We've still got clips to release from last year, which is shocking. We've been off for almost over a month now. So apparently we're not doing it straight. So who's going to be doing Uncle Marv's introduction?
That would be VJ.
Yeah, I think it would have to be me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you were in his spot and I was in yours, so I'm going to do your intro.
Oh God, that's terrifying. Tonight, I am not playing Uncle Marv. Uncle Marv is a wrestler, a luchador. He is also everybody's honorary uncle, which is a little bit weird because we're all in love triangles together, except for Uncle Marv. He's been away escaping his ex-wife in Vegas, I think, for the past couple of months. So that is Uncle Marv. He likes to tear off his clothes and fight monsters hand to hand.
With a chainsaw, though.
With it, that's true.
Sometimes with
Hand
a
to chainsaw.
Wolf.
I guess it's me. Hi, I'm Wolf of Red Roses. I will not be playing Tracy Trace Jenkins today, our resident crooked drug dealer extraordinaire. I guess an exhibitionist to some, based on the shorts I have seen since I have missed. And generally, I don't want to say you might be the most evil person of the group, but you're up there.
Oh, thank you for the compliment, Prospero.
I was about to say Prospero is a different form of evil. He's the evil of the establishment. You're the evil of just someone who is very selfish.
We deserve each other.
That's why it works.
Wow. So if you're new to the show as well, we're also changing our GMs and changing the roles of who's in this chair, and we're also swapping around and playing the games. So Unky Marv has been gone for a while. Do you want to do a little bit of a backstory of what Unky Marv is, or do you want to leave it to drop into the game?
Yeah, when Unky Marv arrives, I've got some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start our session with an opening scene. Now, I did do 2 of these. One of the persons I did it for, I forgot was not going to be here. So I've only got 1 of these left. But
and they're also not here.
No, they're here. I'm good. I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm good. I wrote these last night. So anyway. So we open our scene. Prospero is woken up in the morning by the maid taking the bedpan out from the night before. She mentions his lordship is out of town but we'll be back later. Your contraction has arrived this morning. I'm surprised you didn't hear it as it pulled up. I hope this one doesn't explode like the last ones as she walks out the room.
Prospero, kind of still a bit drowsy from just being woken up, thinks to himself, why do I have a bedpan in my room? That seems weird.
Big night last night.
I have my own private bathroom right over there. I don't. Must have been something.
That private bathroom that you look at is just a bench and a hole.
Wait a minute. Lordship, bedpan, bench. Fucking magic. All right. Getting up from the bed, which I assume is one of those big 4-post beds that's way too far off the ground for a rich person to really sleep in.
It's your world. I'm just playing in it.
Yeah. So Prospero gets out of the if you've ever seen the Victorian bed that has the 4-post that has the curtains all around it and is just way too tall to realistically get in, he has one of those. He's getting out of it and is looking at his clothes he wore to the night. Usually he just sleeps in underwear and a t-shirt, but he is in one of those old-timey Victorian nightgowns apparently that you see in a Christmas Carol.
Does he have the sleeping cap with the long thing with the pom-pom on the end?
Oh, of course. It's on.
Yeah.
Just dangling to the side. He feels it hit the side of his head because it dangles too far down.
I'm just going to interfere a little bit more here. Think older.
Oh, sure. Ooh, even older. I don't know what they wore to bed before Victorian times, so I can't accurately say what he's wearing. He's wearing whatever's appropriate for, let's say, I don't know, high medieval age.
Maybe.
Yeah. But he gets up and realizing the situation he's in, he waits for his attendants to come dress him because it would be improper for a man of this age to dress himself.
Okay. We move across to One Tree Hill. The large haggard oak on One Tree Hill, and the shack attached to it.
Is this intro for me or for
Yes.
Uncle Marv? We both spent a lot of time at One Tree Hill. Okay. And,
I,
and
I,
that,
can, I can start with Unky Marv arriving.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Horseback or cart?
Beg your pardon?
Horseback or cart?
Oh, wow. You've just completely ruined all the ideas I had for Unky Marv to come back. Yep.
Sorry.
Cool.
Or are you walking?
No. I'm in a cart.
Okay.
And there are 3 buxom wenches also in the cart. And there is an old man driving it. It's a cart drawn by a very old, nagged mule. And Unky Marv hops out and says, thank you, miladies, for bringing me to my current residence. Please make sure that your journey up the hill to fulfill the to write your book of Oh My God, Take Me Now, Volume 14 goes quite well. I hope your prayer group succeeds in their mission, and have a good day. And he goes up and he taps the donkey and says, oh, Betsy, you're a good girl, and gives her a scrub under the chin, and they set off.
I was wondering if you were going to call Betsy, but yes, thank you.
Could it be named anything else?
Yeah.
And Unky Marv approaches the shack where he finds Trace.
Yeah, so
Before, as you approach the shack, there's a scroll on the ground, like a piece of paper on the ground, a parchment. It has bounty. The old hag of One Tree Hill wanted for deviousness, corrupting the youth, with possible witchcraft, crimes against the town. 20 gold pieces.
Unky Marv picks it up, reads it, and goes, oh, looks like the ex is back in town.
Inside the hut, so Trace and Uncle Marv are so close, they're like best friends, and so I think Trace kind of has this almost like spider sense for when Uncle Marv is back, because he's the only person in town who really gets her, who really understands her. So the second that he goodbyes these beautiful wenches, Trace is out of bed. She knows he's back at One Tree Hill, and as she opens the door and looks out and sees you, Uncle Marv, you see that Trace is wearing
the doors open, almost like bus doors open.
And as they open, you see Trace inside. She's wearing this like peasant blouse sort of thing and an extremely tight corset. She's very, very buxom. She is still kind of wearing her makeup from yesterday, so she's even hotter than usual. But she is so thrilled to see you, Uncle Marv, that she immediately throws her arms around your waist and says, Uncle Marv, it's been so goddamn weird here since you left. You can never fucking leave again and leave me alone with these fucking people. I swear to God.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Trace looks down at herself and says, oh, shit. I don't know. Like, I mean, I blacked out at the club last night, but like, I don't remember it being like medieval times. That's definitely a little, what's going on with you, Uncle Marv? Like, you look weird. Like, where's your leotard?
Unky Marv does look weird because he is actually dressed in a jester's outfit. And he just turns and goes, well, I was coming into town in a Jeep with some girls and this man. And then when we got to town, I was riding in a cart past a castle with a mule.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Did anything else in town look weird? Or like, was this just one tree hill? Like, it's Prosperity. Like, we know Prosperity's fucked up.
No. Everything's old. And I mean old. Like, I don't remember old.
Oh shit, that is a long time ago. That is pretty fucking old.
Well, I don't remember yesterday, so.
I mean, neither. Uncle Marv, neither do I. That's why we're best friends, and I high five you.
Yeah. And I just turned to you and go, hopefully the stash is still here.
Oh, like of course the stash is still here. And like don't worry. Don't worry at all. Like Betsy is in the shop for some repairs. Prospero's paying for all of it. She just kind of had a rough go.
Yeah, no, I saw Betsy. She was getting reshod.
Yeah, exactly. So I think my sister is back off with her girlfriend or boyfriend, Aaron. We don't know which. The alleged partner, Aaron. And so Eugene is on a bender. And I don't know what Bree's doing, but probably something hot. So it's really just me and Prospero who are in town right now. But like, obviously something is fucking going on in Prosperity, right? Like, this isn't normal Prosperity weirdness. This isn't like a weird festival I've forgotten about. Like this, there's something fucking weird going on in Prosperity.
Sure is. How do we get? I suppose we gotta walk into town, huh?
Oh shit. Yeah. I assume we do not have our cell phones, so I cannot call an Uber on Prospero's dime.
I was waiting for someone to mention cell phones.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, radio. Here we go. Unky Marv goes, I've got this, and goes, oogity boogity boo! We've got magic shoes! And
Nothing happens.
Oh, no. Well, I have a -1 in weird, so I was going to fail anyway.
You try to access. You try to. Well, okay. You got to roll a 6 anyway. As you try to access the world outside the magic that you're aware of, and something is really weird. Something is interfering with everything here. And there's like the magic that you normally are able to access, even with the -1. There's something different to it. It's structured differently. You don't understand it. You might need training.
Training? Like, where would we go for training? Do you mean like magic training, or do you mean like medieval training? Because like I do not have time to hit up a museum.
Like a magic school.
God.
We gotta hogwalk this shit. Fuck. Okay, we're walking.
God damn it. I'm too pretty to walk. But
All
I
right.
do anyway.
Piggyback.
Oh, Uncle Marv, we haven't done this since I was a kid. This is so fun.
How is Prospero going to town?
So Prospero would do his usual thing of also just teleporting around. Does
Same
his
problem.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's just like he like
For Prospero though, Prospero has a note turn up to say you are not, you do not have a license to use magic in this location. You need to graduate. You need to study at such and such magic school and get your graduation, or be sponsored by a known magician.
So yeah, in this case, assuming now the maid who attended me this morning did say I had a weird contraption outside.
Yes.
What is this weird contraption outside?
As you look out the windows, there is a large metal contraption with giant wagon wheels made of steel and iron, mostly made of iron. A large keg in the center of it that fills up almost the entirety of the face. You can see smoke coming from it and little smaller wheels turning.
Ah, I see. Right. Well, I should get down there and ensure that my vehicle is in a proper working order, I suppose.
It emblazoned across the barrel Tesla. Tesla boiler
Yes.
making.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't it be? All right. So after being attended to and properly dressed in whatever it is the period appropriate attire for a man of my station,
Silks.
still keeping, yeah, I was about to say, still in relatively prosperous fashions, a lot of dark colors, blacks, golds. Like, it's not like, stylistically, you can see how this is the de-evolution of his outfit throughout the ages. So he goes out, doesn't have a sword, has a walking cane, I suppose. And then, enters his Tesla Boilermaker and attempts to see how it works.
It's pretty standard for all the other Teslas that you've driven. All the ones that you've experimented with and have blown up. Seems about the same. You're able to drive it, or if driving
Operate
is a thing,
it.
operate is more of a thing. Yes, more apt.
So yeah, it doesn't have a wheel. It has a bunch of knobs and levers he's doing.
Oh, it's levers. It's levels, baby. Yeah.
All right, I gotta hit this lever this way to turn left, and then I gotta do this spinning wheel here to get the pressure up. It's
Yep.
Yes. So he gets it operational and starts.
It's the way of the future.
It is. Before he heads into town, he tests to make sure the Tesla works. He gives it a once around the property, and he just stops again. I'm gonna stop one of the maids or butlers, whatever, nearby. Excuse me, servant.
Yes, my lord.
Any maps of the area you can provide me at the moment would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, the Lord's holdings is up on the mantle.
Excellent. And I go look at it real quick. Does it say does it just say we are in prosperity? Does it give us any other areas? The school I got on this little fake magic invitation thing, does it pop up on the map anywhere? Do I see it?
No, there's no details. You know the area. Why would you have details inside of an area? It's not like GPS or anything. It's not like Google.
They still put things on maps.
They put a town's name on a map.
Yeah, I'm looking to see the town's name, and I'm also looking to see if there's the landmark of this school. That is what I'm looking for.
No.
If it's his holdings, it would have significant properties on his map of his holdings.
Just the area.
It sounds like the answer is no, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So realizing that there is no information I can glean on this to because I look at the note, it doesn't tell me where the school is, right? It just gives me the name of it.
Just gave you a name, yeah.
Okay, then yeah. In that case, I will head towards One Tree Hill to find, because I know everyone else was out of town before I woke up this morning, to find Trace and Marvin in my Tesla Boilermaker.
Mm-hmm. Well, the meeting place is usually the sea shanty. Is the sea shanty was the name?
The Wooden Leg.
The Wooden Leg.
That's the bar, but we normally meet at the diner.
Yeah, we meet at Eden's place. We just anytime we need to go drinking, we go to the Wooden Leg.
Okay, so Eden's place.
But like Eden's Place changes owners so many times because it gets shut down so many times for hygiene violations and sanitary violations that like it could probably be fucking named anything at this point. But
Well,
yeah, we
Eden's
meet
Place
there.
is just like a little garden, tea garden in between other businesses. This is a little place of Eden in town.
Mm. Mhm.
Yes, I arrive at Eden's Place and once again, I was heading to One Tree Hill. Actually, I wasn't heading to Eden's Place. Do I see
If
these
you're
two
heading to
on the
One Tree
way?
Hill, then you'll see them on their way to town,
Yeah, I
being
stopped.
piggybacking each other.
I stopped the Boilermaker, but because of the technology of the times, it like rolls still like 50 feet down the road. It doesn't actually stop when I want it to.
Oh, you found that this one has an auto drive as well, which is just essentially a couple of belts which you can just like keep on, like you can hook it onto one of the levers and keep on, and it'll just hold the lever in place as the auto drive function.
Fun. Yeah. So yeah, I try and pull this thing to a stop next to him. Technology of the time, 50 feet away from them. Like the car actually stops.
The Tesla.
I like car. It stops. I like get out and like look at. I assume we're not on like any paved street or anything, obviously.
Oh,
so
no.
it's all so it's a well-trodden path at best.
Mhm.
So like I'm like Trace, Marvin.
Prospero, my liege.
Yeah, this is a new one even for me.
Mm-hmm. And as I nod my head, the bells tinkle.
Yeah,
Period
like,
appropriate attire.
Any idea as to what is going on? My memories from last night are like a little bit hazy. So I'm not sure why we woke up at the fucking Ren Fair.
Yeah, no, this one's past me as well. I've tried using my magic earlier and it wasn't working. I got a note saying I needed to attend. What's the name of the school, Karsh?
It's your universe.
Oh, I see how this is.
It's called Ball Boils. Very close.
I was gonna say pig boils, so that works out well. So boar boils. Yeah, it's
Ball
like,
Boils, okay.
yeah, it says I need to attend Boar Boils Academy of Wizardry and Spellcraft in order to get a permit to use my magic here. So,
Or be sponsored by a registered.
So did you like do something to piss off the magic police? Like the magic cops?
no, every time they've sent me a form, I filled it out. So, unless I filled it out wrong and no one told me before they decided to do this,
I mean,
But
that
even
does
if-
sound like magic cops.
potentially. But it'd be weird to bring you two along as well. If it's a punishment, why would they punish you both also?
It looks like it's the whole town.
Right, but the rest of the town operates as if this has always been normal, like we have been living in this era, right? Like, because the people who work at the mansion, or castle, I guess now, they were acting normal. They weren't freaking out because suddenly they were in medieval times. They were fine.
Wait. So you've got a castle now?
Yeah, the manor turned into a castle, and he like points up on the hill where this castle now stands.
Oh, that's pretty hot.
We can explore the depths of the castle later.
Okay.
We should first figure out.
Dungeon first, huh?
I was gonna say, you're gonna show me the dungeon first.
Oh, Obliette, but sure.
Also hot. Okay, but like seriously though, we probably should try and figure out what's going on in Prosperity. Like,
I would agree. I don't particularly like anything going on here.
Yep.
I mean, I
Okay.
like the clothes, but that's about it.
Yeah, but you can buy the clothes nowadays, like in our times. You don't have to live here.
All right,
No,
I'm going to roll.
Prospero, you can buy the clothes.
Well, while they're arguing about clothes, I'm going to investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
A continuing arguing about how one can make these clothes pretty easily occurs.
All right. So I get to ask one question, and it is, what happened here?
It looks like something has changed reality. That's you seem to be the only ones that's you seem to be the only ones that are aware that reality has changed.
Hmm.
But I mean, how is that super different than prosperity on any other day? Like, we're the only
Exactly.
people who act like there's weird shit going on when there's a King Kong in the street. Like,
Well, so according to the letter from Borboil, or from whoever sent this, the other option is, if I don't want to attend to Borboil, is to find a resident magician and be sponsored. So I think first option is seeing if there's a local magician in town.
There's a witch. And I pull out the wanted sign for the witch.
I mean, that certainly seems like a lead, if nothing else.
Oh, I think it might be about Trace, though.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lot of these traits sound like me. So, like,
Is there
I
like
mean,
a drawn image on it of who's wanted?
No, not a drawn image, but the description of corrupting the youth and the other bits and pieces sounds like Trace.
yeah, I mean, is it that weird that I would show up on this poster? I mean, everybody wants me.
Can't disagree.
Crimes
So-
against the town with healing potions, moral corruption of the townsfolk, and witchcraft.
And does it
Sounds
say a name on it of the witch, or does it just say like the witch?
The hag, actually.
The hag. Oh, that sounds
The hag
less
of One
hot.
Tree Hill.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think this actually might be about me. Like, for real. And
they
that's kind of
they
a
forgot
problem.
the S at the start because it shouldn't be the shag of One Tree Hill.
Yeah, but like, they weren't literate back then, so like, I forgive them. It's fine.
All right, well,
Yeah. Sorry.
sounds like we still need to find a wizard then. I would at least like to be able to do what I usually do. It feels weird not being able to do it.
Yeah, not being able to perform.
You know, I've never had that problem.
Never. Yeah, so is there some kind of role we can make? Like, who in this town would...
Well, you're in town having a look, and it does look like the entire town has been transformed. Everything is ren-fed, as you say. It is the tavern which you normally drink at is actually now a ship on land, but it still has its tavern decor and everything, and you actually hear live music from actual people singing and doing sea shanties in there. Everything is just off. People are looking strangely at the contraption at the Tesla, and horses are uneasy around it. There's horse-drawn carriages drive like in the area. There's little carts. There's wagons. There's people riding horses. There's mud in the street. There's that smell of sewage, which just you can't get out of your mind. You do see a wizard's tower in town, and that's where you head towards, because that is what obviously you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I'm on wanted posters, do the two of you think I should, like, put on a disguise or something? Because, like, I don't want them to, like, arrest me and then, like, stone me. That's a very different type of stoning that I'm used to. Or, like, hang me. I'm not saying I'm not into that, but that doesn't sound fun. I'd rather not die. So, like...
Have you ever tried pitchforks?
You know, strangely enough, I don't think I have.
Well,
We've
they'll
tried a
probably be-
flog before, but never a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Well,
Something to keep in mind.
Do you have a disguise? I mean, I can give you my jester's
I was about to
outfit,
say,
but-
if this peasantry is like what it was back then, most of them aren't educated. We put on a good enough hat, they're probably not going to know the difference.
Okay, good. Because like I definitely don't have any clothing that's less revealing than this, and I don't really want to cover up skin anyway. So like, can I have your jester's cap, Uncle Marv?
Sure. And I hand it over. You
Dope.
are gonna want to match with the shoes though, and I give you the shoes as well.
With bells.
Yeah, the bells are on the shoes as well.
They're very big for me, but it works. It's fine. It's a look.
All right, then. Onward
You know
to
what
the
they say
Wizard
about
Tower.
big shoes?
They attach bells to them to make you look like an idiot.
Hey.
Big code piece.
No, the codpiece holds everything in place.
And you can have bells on them.
Big old jangly bells.
I'm not kidding.
Uh-huh.
It was a thing.
There were a
The
lot of
left-
things they attached to cod pieces back then.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The left bell just hangs a little bit lower than the right bell.
Yeah, if you take a bad enough injury, they got to remove one of the bells. It's a whole thing. Get a
Okie
bell
dokie.
popped.
So you're in town. Where are we doing?
We're going to the Wizard Tower. You said there's a Wizard Tower.
So you arrive at the Wizard Tower. The streets around this area are not as populated. You see a what looks to be a billboard or like a signpost setting off to the side of there with things on it. But on the front door, this large oaken door to this tower. It's almost like a lighthouse in the middle of the town, which like really looks weird to you because it's so out of place, but it's got that rustic look. But it has something on the door itself. It's not open, it's closed, and there's a large thing on the door itself, a large piece of paper that's been nailed to it, or parchment that's been nailed to it.
I read the parchment.
The parchment is closed by the order of the Lord. Do we ever get Prospero's father's name?
Nope.
Nope.
I assume it's also Prospero because I am Prospero
Oh, yeah.
Theus the Third.
Yeah,
I
but
assume
you
it's
might not
also-
know. He might be some other weird thing. You're just the third one in a long.
It could be. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, we have not established Prospero's. The rest of Prospero's family is a mystery. We don't know what their names are or what they do. They are just gone.
Mm-hmm. So signed by the Lord Theus, and just that's it. Nothing else.
And what is the signpost next to it? You said there was like a billboard signpost thing. What does that say?
It looks like it has a few things on there. Collect bounty for Hag of One Tree Hill.
I take that down,
Mm-hmm.
roll it up,
there's
and throw it in the mud.
collect 5 herbs from the lakeshore for the hospice. 10 gold coins. Rat catching. The seller of the wooden leg. 5 gold coins. Investigate the old ruins atop of Yargot Mountain. 10 gold coins.
Wait a minute. Gold coins were not the currency back in this time. This feels like more of a video game that me and out of character, I am now blanking on his name.
Look at the overlay quickly.
Oh yeah, it's Eugene. Me and Eugene used to play. Nah,
Your
I
best friend.
listen, it's been a while. Anyway, back to in character. In character, he remembered perfectly. It's Eugene. It's fine. Me and Eugene used to play like State of War games or something. I forget the name of it, but it was like a fantasy world, and you like did things in town, and they gave you gold coins. This feels more like that. So, I don't have a good answer here. I don't know if our answer is to go and immediately go to these ruins and do stuff, or if we should still look for the wizard who apparently got evicted from this tower.
Unky Marv says, open character sheet. And looks around.
Trace looks very, very worried for a second and says, okay, but like, what was the rating on those video games that you guys used to play? Like, was it like E for everyone?
This one was
not as much fun
T
as it
because it was like a
sounds.
game that like everyone could play, but they had some like you hit people with swords and it was a little bit violent, but not enough to like not like whole blood and gore. So it's T. So
No sex. God damn it. No, we have to figure out what the fuck is going on in this town. This is fucked up.
I mean, listen, you can mod a lot of stuff into games. You don't got to worry about that. I still agree we need to figure out what's going on, but that part, different issue.
Insert hot coffee here.
Fun. I'll go into a fun story about that hot coffee story later on in the
Offline, I'm sure.
episode. Yes.
I'm not offline. Okay.
I will. It will be inserted somewhere in the depths of recording, and we'll figure it out.
So,
but yeah,
you in town. It's like this again. Feels weird. It's like everything is really changed. Everything is really off. Just absolutely massively off. And you hear some noise from down the street. A little bit of a commotion.
Oh no, it's a bunch of teenagers once again coming to wreck a Tesla. I turn to the commotion.
But you need to go towards it, not just turn to it.
Oh, okay. I don't know how far away it is.
It's not visual. You can't just turn to it. It's just like
listen. Down the street is a very long way,
it
or
could
very
be
short. Yes, it
I
could be very long.
Could be much more specific. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Listen, if walking isn't for pretty people, then running certainly isn't. I take my time.
I look at we could just take the Tesla, and then if there's a crowd of ne'er-do-wells, we can just hit them with the thing. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know
that's
how
probably fine.
I also don't know how consequences are going to work here, so I don't know if we do something off if something's going to happen when we get back. So caution might be the better option. I don't know.
Yep. The commotion seems to be from a group of teenagers, who again dressed up. They have in their hands what looks to be wooden swords, and like. And sticks like staffs, and they seem to be running and screaming, and they're saying, in the woods, like there was something there.
Like, can you be more specific?
It's like we're down by the. Well, can you do a roll to investigate?
Sure. No.
Oh, you got an 8.
Oh, actually, no, that's an 8. That's an 8.
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah. So
ask away.
Yeah, I turn to the kids and my hands on my teeny tiny waist. And I say, okay, kids, what sort of creature is it in the woods? What sort of fucko is in the woods right now?
So I didn't say it right, but like it had big pointy ears and like, I think it had sharp teeth. We're down by the lake, and we were just getting some herbs, and it snarled at us in the shadows, and we just ran.
God. Okay. So I turn to Uncle Marv and Prosper and I say, okay, well, it sounds like we were dealing with some rodents of unusual size. So
another one says, I didn't just snarl. I think it shot something at us.
shot something at you?
I don't know what it was, but something hit the bushes behind us as we ran.
Like a gun? Like a musket?
What's a
Or
gun?
like
No, we're still before that. Did it sound like
depends on the year.
It does. It also depends on the region. Many things go into the historical accuracy of when guns existed.
Mm-hmm.
But did
I
it
think-
sound like point to the Boilermaker making a bunch of noises behind me? Did it sound like that? As it like sputters and like kicks up stuff.
And whistles.
Yeah.
Whistles a lot. No, it doesn't.
Steam.
No, it didn't sound like that. It just sounded like something was moving through the as we were running. So it sounded like maybe something thrown, or I don't know.
All right, Unky Muffs turns to him and goes, "I've got this." And goes, "All right, kids. This whole world and shit around you is all not real. So whatever you think's going on doesn't matter. Your whole life doesn't exist. And it doesn't matter. You just go over to the local pub and get drunk, because all of this, we were going to stop and you'll just be back to being normal teenage kids in a world where you go to high school and shit like that. And I'm going to use my trust me, tell them the truth ability."
Again, a mixed success. It's all mixed success. And I haven't punished them enough.
On a mixed success, the keeper chooses from one. They ask you a hard question, they will stall and dither, or they have a better idea.
It's like, it's yeah, it's a bit of a got bystander moves as well, but there's other stuff there. But says, but the tavern is like, if we're caught drinking in the tavern, we were put in the jail, in the prison.
Yeah, but it doesn't exist. None of this exists.
Being in trouble is a fake idea.
Yes.
Lord Prospero basically owns this town. So even if you do get, I don't know, like fucking thrown in the brig or the stocks or whatever, more fun than it sounds, by the way, we'll just get you out immediately. It's fine. Crime is actually good sometimes.
And being drunk is good.
And being in trouble is a fake idea.
They start moving off towards the ship. The landlocked ship, which is now the tavern. The wooden leg tavern.
All right, so should we go to the woods to investigate that? Should we go to the tavern to see if we can figure out where this wizard who was in that tower went? Or should we go to the ruins that were on that
Or fights and rats.
No.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't fight these big ass rats if Prospero doesn't have his magic.
It is incredibly inconvenient.
Yeah, there's no point putting ourselves in danger to save these people when there's no reason that they need to be saved if we just fix this.
The only question I have is, like, looking at these townspeople, can I roll to see if I recognize any of them? Like, are they quite literally like just one for one the people we know in the town normally?
Yeah.
Are these kids that I deal to?
Yeah.
So
these would be people that you would know.
Okay. Well,
and so they would know Trace as the hag.
Okay. Well,
if they see through the disguise of the amazing disguise of the Jester's hat and shoes.
Well, that's an education
I
at the
forgot.
time.
I forgot to mention that I introduced the kids as Stacy. So I'm like, hey kids, I'm Stacy. Just so you know.
Thank you, Sarah Kinley for Kinney for the follow.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, I love you.
I don't know who you are, but thanks. All right. So if these are people we recognize, yeah, it's like, well, if these are people we recognize in this town, they might just be under the spell we are, and maybe don't perceive it the same way. Like these, like if we go back to like normal, maybe if they die here, they'll actually be dead.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We don't want them to die, but we have no reason to get ourselves hurt either.
Right. No, I agree with that, but we just got to be careful about, telling them to do anything they want to because we don't know what's going to happen. That's my only point. Them drinking and getting thrown into a drunk tank or in trouble with their parents, I don't care about. So yeah, in that case, should we go try and find the wizard to get approval to use my magic so I'm not sitting here with my dick in my hands?
I mean, I've never complained about that before.
I
Yeah,
never
you're right.
complained
You should
about
find
it
a
when it's
wizard.
in your hands, but
Yeah, no, I mean, Uncle Marv is here, so like, let's
Yeah,
try to be.
I really miss some of the other kids right now. when
Listen, subtlety.
When it's just you two alone, I'm definitely third wheeling here.
Sorry, Uncle Marv. I'll try to behave. It's against my most natural instincts. Okay, let's find this wizard.
Yeah, let's go to the tavern. Maybe the wizard got thrown out of the tower and is drinking his sorrows away. Or
Okay.
she. I don't know what gender this wizard is.
Or maybe your dad knows where he is. She.
Well, according to the maid
are.
this morning, the Lord is out of town. So I don't know where my dad is. I also don't know if he would listen when I said I need to go talk to that wizard. So.
All right. Pub it is.
So you head towards the pub. Are you driving the Tesla towards the pub?
Yes.
Okay. Operating Tesla towards the pub. Can I get it seems to be like a little bit twitchy. Can I
Is
get
it
an
now?
act under pressure, please? As it starts like it's at least I made it to town this time.
It's true. This is, as far as my weird, I guess, jumble of memories of this time and the real world collide, it's just like, this is the farthest it's ever made it. All right, act under pressure. Nope.
Ooh, so the Tesla starts like whistling, and you can see like you just go like, oh wait, this is what the last one did.
All right, everyone, away from the Boilermaker. We are running that direction. Apparently, these things, much like in our time, have a nasty habit of blowing up.
So what are you doing?
Running.
Marv, running?
Running.
Trace?
Yeah.
I start walking because I am too pretty to run, and then I realize, oh shit, no, this thing is actually going to blow up, so I do start running.
Okay. I didn't expect it to do like the first roll.
Hey,
It was
listen,
going to be yeah.
This makes the most sense for it
We
to
have
happen. if it was
blown
gonna
up a
happen.
Tesla in every episode at least once, if not more.
Mhm.
We know your tricks by now, motherfucker.
Just yeah. So as you're running through, you just run down the street. You get some cover, and then you hear. It doesn't blow, but it's leaking gas off the side.
Yeah, no, that thing's a death trap. We should avoid it.
Yeah, we really should have brought Betsy. She's a lot more reliable, even if she is a horse now.
Oh, I was going to ask, how's Betsy still a car here? But that makes a lot more sense.
And at that, you hear a large fireball. If I can get this right, coming through the actual sun stream. No. You hear a large fireball go off in the distance. Like like shaking the buildings, shaking the window frames. And you can you just see like that little waft of heat just flash past you.
I look out to see if it was indeed the Boilermaker Tesla.
No, it wasn't. It came from a different direction.
Ooh. Well, that sounds like a direction of things happening. And if we have any indication, that's usually how we solve these issues. So let's go that way.
Yeah, I'm going to use this.
You gonna use something?
Hang on, no. Yes, I have. What could go wrong? Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend them for certain things. And we are definitely charging into immediate danger. by running to an explosion.
And of course, what could go wrong?
Nothing.
So you charge out of town, not a huge way out of town, but out of town into the small surrounding farming fields now, which is just feels wrong. This was the outer suburbs, only what you believe to be yesterday. You see still birds flying away, but like birds and flying away from the area. You see a large, essentially burnt circle in a field, recently cropped field, and you see a couple of teenagers who are just laughing and encouraging each other to do it again.
So I believe, Marv, you were actually doing a roll there, Dr. Oblong.
Oh, no, there's no roll. It's just I get to
okay.
hold 2 if I charge.
I would like to read a bad situation then. In this instance, it feels like an appropriate thing to do.
Read a bad situation.
9. Okay. I get to hold 1, and I can spend it to ask a question. I'll ask pretty much the most obvious question, and I think it's the one that should be answered. What's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat? Another fireball goes off. And it looks like it's from one of these two. Like, you don't even see the back, but one's wearing robes and has a staff, and the other one looks like he's wearing chainmail and has a sword. But the one of the robes looks like they've just cast another piece of magic into the field and blown up another piece of the field.
Oi! I yell up
It's
to
the guard!
teenagers.
Run!
All right, so I was making sure these weren't like kids who knew what's up and also figured this was a fantasy world. So no, these are actual kids. Yeah, in that case, I will go tackle the wizard kid.
How are you tackling the wizard kid?
Oh, I can't use magic, so that ain't it.
Are you gonna kick some ass?
I guess I'm gonna. Question for you: is all my gear gone?
What gear do you have?
A revolver.
You left your crossbow on the table.
Okay. Okay. Didn't know if it was here or not. That's fine. All right. In that case, because I was gonna shoot like the staff out of his hands or something, but okay, that's not gonna work. Yeah. No.
If you want, you can still have your crossbow.
Yeah. In that case, I'll kick some ass. I suppose I don't have a better one. 9.
Mixed success. What is the mixed success on kicking ass?
So I don't think this is actually going to be kick some ass because I don't think that's what I'm trying to do. I think this might
protect someone.
It's either protect someone or act under pressure. It's not actually kick some ass.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to hurt the kid. I'm just trying to like stop him.
Yeah. So would you like to roll on that then? So we get the proper result.
Well, protect someone is the same roll. It's a tough roll as well.
Okay, it's a tough roll. So what's the results? It's a 9 mixed success.
On 9. On a 7 success, you protect them okay, but you'll suffer any harm they were going to get. I also don't. I think this is going to be act under pressure. I think act under pressure is the right one.
Yeah.
In which case, I rolled a cool, which is at a 1, so it's still a 9, equals the same thing at the end of the day. So we'll just go with that. All right. So you're going to give me a worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. I am attempting to tackle the wizard kid.
I think you might be shooting the staff, but okay, tackling the wizard kid.
Yeah.
So worst outcome,
hard choice or price to pay.
As you start charging in, his friend nudges him, so like the guard are coming at us, quick, protect us. And he starts moving his hands again. Again, informs you not really. They're very different to what you're used to in accessing magic. It's so foreign to you. But as you're running in, he stops his spellcasting. You can feel a flash of something. You do feel there's something there. And then the ground opens up. underneath you. Just disappears, really. And you fall.
So I can't use magic, but I do have a different ability, and I don't know how it's going to apply here. I have Force of Will, which says when you apply your will to dispelling a magical effect, blocking a spell, or suspending a phenomenon, roll plus weird. It is not me, I guess, using magic. It is applying my will to stop it.
You can try. I will say you can try to use your will to just blast something back to try to negate whatever this is happening.
Yeah, I am just using it to essentially stop this effect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to cancel it.
Yeah. So use your weird to throw whatever access to whatever weird you have.
11.
The backlash goes like you feel the energy coming towards you. You feel like the ground starting to open up, and with your force of will, you just push all the magic away from you and away from them, and pushes them down prone on the ground.
All right, I
in a backlash.
Yeah, I kicked the staff away from the kid.
So, hey, I got that for my birthday.
You'll have it back in a little bit here. I
pick up the staff and say, no, you won't.
Or that. I'm the son of the Lord here. You are burning our property. What on earth do you think you're doing?
You're not the son of a lord.
Then who am I?
Property. Well, you're dressed like that, so you're probably one of the Theus people, but you're not. He's not a lord. This is not. Wake up.
All right, so you guys understand that this is all a weird fantasy world. We're not in the modern times. Good, I was checking that.
No, you weren't. You're doing some weird. What was that? That's
the
not
same
in the
shit
manual.
You were doing.
No, it wasn't.
You literally just cast a fireball. You're going to ask this question right now?
That isn't in the manual. Not what you did.
What are you talking about, manual?
In the manuals, in the spell books. That's not in there.
Learn to improvise, I guess. All right,
You can't make up your own spells. That's cheating.
According to who?
If the GM allows it, it's fine.
At this point, Trace is pissed off. So I have two questions. If Trace really fucking hates kids, does that mean that in this case, children count as unnatural creatures?
That's pushing it, but I love the line of thought.
Cool. Then in that case,
so I'm saying
like
no, that they're not unnatural. If that's really pushing the idea, I love the thought.
Okay,
no,
well that's
creatures.
fine. I had a backup, and my backup is I am looking to do harm, so I'm gonna kick some ass.
So the wizard's on the ground. There's another one that's on the ground with them, so they are kind of prone. The other one does have a sword though.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
like
kick
looks
the
like he's
ass of
actually
the one with
wearing
the sword.
real armor. Yep.
Listen, I'm gonna do it anyway.
A mixed success of kicking ass.
Yeah, so on a mixed success for kick some ass, we inflict harm on each other.
Okay. So what are you using to kick some ass?
So I ordinarily have a magic gun that's been blessed by Prospero. So instead, I imagine. Oh, I actually have like a Bowie knife. So I'll just say I'm not trying to stab the kid. I'm trying to like brain him with it, like buffalo him with the hilt. So yeah, I'm gonna buffalo this kid on the head with my oldie timey knife, and I assume with my dagger. Yeah,
your dirk.
Yeah. So you cause harm on him, but in response, he's trying to push you off, and in pushing you off, he hits you with his shield. Oh no, he hits you with his gauntleted fist to try to push you off, and causes one harm back.
Oh, fuck you, you little crotch goblin. Jesus.
Well, no, I'll spend one of my holds to reduce someone's harm by one. And I'll be like, with the staff, I'll just quickly like tap his fist as he goes to punch at her and like be like, no.
Hey, she's trying to stab me.
No, she's trying to knock you out.
Because you're being a little shit.
And where's your game master? We need to put an end to this stupid game.
This isn't us.
Then that you just said there's a manual. You're
How do
obviously
you know
aware
what's
of
going
something.
on? Yeah. Like you're the only other ones that are like us that realize something's going on.
It's not us.
It's you. Yes, it's you.
not. It's not.
You are involved.
Well, then tell us
whether or
who's
not
doing
you're-
it.
Yes.
I don't know.
That. Where's this manual?
You see them turn to each other and like look into each eyes and like that unspoken discussion. But you just beat them up and you're older than them, so the discussion's pretty quick. It's like, okay, we'll take you to our guild. Just no more hitting me.
We can't
No
promise that.
promises.
I
High
can't be
five.
responsible for the actions. I can't be held responsible for the actions of my fellow adults.
I look
Yes,
around for
my
these.
lady.
I look around for these fellow adults.
Right.
You know, you'd be called
So-
a lordling.
Yeah, I could be called a lot of things. I could also be called the someone who's going to bury your bodies if you keep talking back to me. Now shut the fuck up.
Or daddy.
That's private.
That's it. Uncle Marv is still here.
La la la
Yeah.
la la
They,
la
they,
la
they
la,
walk
la.
you. They walk you through town, like not directly through town, but behind the fields to the guild quarters. Which, let's face it, it's the basement of their parents' house. But in this universe, the parents' house is above what the guild quarters now is, so it's still technically the basement. It's just the basement is like a couple steps down, then into a first floor. But that will. Actually, I'll give you the description before we go on a break. As you walk in, there is shields and banners and heraldry, and there's swords, crossbows, all manner of weapons. There's a library off to the side of all these massive manuals, leather tome manuals, and large oaken table in the middle, with what looks to be a war map and little pieces of like on the map to represent different armies. But there's chairs for 5 there, but there's only 2 with you. And with that, we'll take a break and we'll be back shortly. So see you in about 10 minutes. And by the way, I have moved on the setting timer in all that, so we're not at day. We have already moved, and I'll probably keep on moving things. So maybe when we get back. So we'll be back shortly. Stick around. See you soon. Oh, and because we haven't played this for a while, we also have the How to Play Monster of the Week. So if we are here through the break, we've got like the from Roll20, they've given us like the How to Play. So check it out during the break, because you can play this really easily. It's really, really easy to play.
Very, very easy
And
to run and play.
and even create weird ass adventures like this one is, because I think I've thrown a wrench into everyone's thoughts of like what the fuck's going on.
I think we figured it out now.
Have you though?
Oh, we'll see.
I feel like we're on the right path. I don't know if we got it 100%, but I feel like we're getting there.
That's what we thought with that one with the bat when we hit it with the car, and we were so wrong.
You are so proud of jumping the bus to take out the giant bat. You were so wrong.
Hey, Unky Marv's now got a ridiculously overpowered weapon in this world, so let's just see what happens.
What's Unky Marv got?
He's got a wizard staff.
Oh, God, yes.
Provided the wizard staff is the one that is casting the spells, you're all set.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Unky Marv might have played this in his childhood. He might know some spells.
Ooh, okay. We'll be back shortly. Stick around. See you soon. Hello, welcome back. Didn't realize that that intro repeats itself. So yeah. So we're back. We're in the guild. The guild, which you haven't really seen what the guild's called. And you haven't even asked their names, because you just don't care about people or things or locations.
Nope.
No, not
Those
at
are
all.
details to ask later. Once the mystery has already been solved.
Really. That's not kind of how it works.
It's
I
gotten
am
us
too
through.
hot to care about details.
That's how Tracy works.
Details are for uggos. You heard it here first.
Uncle Marv is too oblivious for details.
And that's how Uncle Marv works.
And Prospero's too up himself for details.
Too rich for
Despite you-
details.
Despite usually being the one who like tries to at least suss out kind of what's going on when he shows up.
That's
Even then, he
Brianna.
still doesn't do it. He doesn't do a great job of it.
That's Brianna, let's face it.
True. Brianna is the most actual like mystery solving one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So the two kids sit down at the table, not next to each other, but in different positions on the table. And because you haven't introduced yourselves and they haven't introduced themselves because you haven't asked, the one dressed up with the sword introduced himself as Sol Roderick, and the other one introduced himself as Wendiel the Magnificent. We're the last remaining members, it seems, of the TNT Club. I don't know where the others are, but
That's your
Tunnels
first
and
problem.
trolls?
That's your first problem. You split the party. Like, that is never, ever a good idea. And now you're probably going to be TPK'd by a bunch of what you call old people.
Well, it wouldn't be a TPK because
Coming
we didn't
from
kill
you?
the other. We didn't kill the other three, so
No, it's happening.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
maybe. Right.
look,
So
in whatever happened, all our foam stuff, it turned to real weapons. So we're set.
Yeah, cool. I want to look at the table. Are the character sheets on the table?
There's no character sheets.
Damn it.
all right. So you all were playing Tunnels and Trolls, and then you woke up this morning and everything was real.
No, we haven't had a game for about a week and a half.
Yeah, but it just happened this morning that everything turned real, right?
Yeah, it seems that way.
You haven't been in this world for longer than we have.
I don't know. How long have you been in this world?
Since this morning.
Then yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
And when
Looking at the kid-
Wendell came over here and like, it's real. And so we've been going through the tomes
Yeah.
and
So I assume you've got two other party members and a GM here, right?
well, there's three of us. Well, there's three missing. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are the other party members? I assume you've got a rogue and a cleric.
Well, we've got Callum the Holy,
Mhm.
Cleric, yes.
Driscoll the Unholy, and Alyssa the
Anti-paladin?
Voice.
I don't know what that one is.
Bard. Bard. Okay, so you are
She's a
playing
great
with.
singer. She's in the
Yeah.
choir.
So you are playing with the Dancing and Prancing expansion. Excellent, because I used to play a bard back in my days, and I know a bit from that. Quite a few spells from that expansion. And since you were playing with it, I think this wand I've taken from you might actually come in quite a bit of handiwork. So do you know what quest your other party members were on while you were about slaying a field with fireballs?
There's no quests. Although we did see the market board, we'll go and have a look at the and have a look like of slaying some rats. But there's no quests. Like, I don't know what's going on.
So where
This is not us.
Where are your mates gone then? Where did they?
I
head
don't
off to?
know.
Did you go to their houses at all where they would be to see if they were there?
They're not there.
Okay, so you have done
We
that.
have tried. We've looked.
Yeah, okay, wizard boy. Have you tried a message spell? Surely, come on, that's a pretty low level spell that you should be able to cast. I'll even give you your staff back for the time to cast it. And you just cast a little message spell and find out where they are for us.
I don't know what you mean, but I tried. Oh, there it is, but it didn't show me where it was.
Yeah. So you've tried some kind of scrying. All right. Well, this is this is a guild. Surely you'd have like adventuring equipment here, such as ropes.
Yeah, everything turned out.
Sweet. Okay, grab some ropes, Prospero. We're tying them to the chairs.
There are barrels of stuff here. This looks like a proper adventuring guild.
Oh, okay, they'll have manacles.
Whatever mock-up things they had in here turned real.
Sweet.
Which is what they mentioned about their foam weapons.
So they've got foam manacles that they've now become real. So we're going to manacle them to the chairs.
If there are any spare manacles and or spare rope, I take it and I put it in the corset.
In the brow of holding?
Yes, in the
brow of holding.
They look as like, how did you fit that in there?
Magic item.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in the manuals.
As
you just didn't have the expansion pack.
Yeah.
We've got all the expansion pack, and they try to direct to the library or the wall, but they're now manacled apparently to the table.
Wait a minute. I haven't played in a few years. Eugene got me in a game one time. Just fun, but not really my speed. Is there a spell?
I remember Eugene. He was member of the club years ago.
Is there a spell somewhere that can change reality in any of those books?
Not. I don't believe so. Like, I haven't read anything like that. I don't know. There's nothing that we could have done to be able to do this. This is...
All right, so you said you had 3 guild members. Who's the game master? Who's the one who runs this?
There's no game master. It works by itself. Like...
Did we get fucking Jumanji'd? Is that what's happening here?
I mean, even 18th level spells, I mean, Born Again wouldn't do this.
Well, something did this, obviously.
Well,
We're all
Soul
here.
wouldn't do this at 17th level.
Okay. Guys, I think I figured it out. This is maybe my fault. I think we are all extraordinarily high on my last batch of stuff. So probably we're all on like, I don't know, like LSD or PCP or like D&D, or like we're on some kind of drug, and that's what's going on here.
OGL?
I heard the kids aren't into D&D anymore.
The person that's I'd say Sir Roderick, the one dressed with the arm and whatnot, says, "Who are you, and why are they calling you the Hag of One Tree Hill?"
So I think you have mistaken me for someone else. I am Stacy. I am not as hot or as funny or pretty or sexy or popular as my sister, the Hag of One Tree Hill. I'm Stacy, and I'm like really, really stupid. But yeah, no. I just
By the way, I'm
look
clipping
a little
that
bit
just
like
for
her.
Molly.
Good. Yeah, no. So like I just yeah, no, it's not me. I'm not the Hag. That's my hot sister. I just look like a little bit like her, but like a shade of her, a less hot shade of her is the thing. But see, kids, if you don't tell me what we want to know, which is like who else is in your party, what the fuck you did, what the fuck is going on here, my much hotter sister is never going to deal drugs to you again.
We don't deal drugs. We don't take drugs at all.
No, these guys are big nerds. They're all just playing D&D or TNT, I should say. Right.
Okay. Well, then if you
D&D
tell us
would
what
be
we need to
trademark.
know, I will give you drugs. Or like herbs, like whatever the fuck they're called in TNT.
Potions. Potions. I think this is weirding us out too, but like, Again, it wasn't us.
I want to
even
look
If you
around.
want to do a roll,
No,
Yeah.
well, okay. I just want to look around the guild because
Yep.
you've said everything's come real. They would have had fake potions on the shelves.
Mm.
I'm going to go grab a potion and feed it to one of them.
Do I have potions on my person?
well,
Did my stash in my bra of holding turn into potions? Is what I need to know.
well, everything's all themed now, so that's on you.
I mean, obviously, I have a lot of potions in my bra, so I am going to reach into my bra of holding and I'm going to pull out a potion. It's blue, it's like a crystal blue. Don't think about that too hard. And I hand it to Uncle Marv.
While they waterboard or force feed kids potions, I don't really know which one's going to turn into. I'm going to go ahead and now when I tried to cast,
Hopefully, it comes back. That way,
there
good.
he is. So when I tried to cast magic, I got a letter saying I got to go to Boil. This kid just casted magic. Does he? I like search him. Does he have like a diploma or like a writ saying he can cast magic?
You search him. Like, are you asking him, or are you trying to search you?
He's manacled up. I'm just gonna search him, or I'll ask him. Sure. Well, like
There's a difference.
Before yeah, sure. Before I search him, I ask him, when you started casting magic, did you get a letter or anything from a place called Boil saying you got to go attend classes or get like permission from a wizard to cast spells?
No, why would I?
All right, so you don't have like a permit on you saying you can cast spells.
Not on me, but and he turns to a wall and there's a.
I take that off the wall.
Okay, so
What does this say?
A diploma of Magic University.
I scratch out the kid's name
With
and write
honors.
my own.
It goes
I
back.
scratch out the kid's. Son of a bitch. Where did you? Wait a minute. You graduated, right?
Of course.
All right, here's what's going to happen now. And I get out like a blank sheet of parchment and a quill.
I've been
and some-
playing Wizards for years. Of course I graduated.
Shut up. Here's what you're going to do now. You are going to write on this piece of paper that Prospero Theus III has permission to cast spells, signed whatever your fake name is right now.
That's my real name now. Here.
Well, sign it.
Whatever it is.
Just sign the goddamn piece of paper, kid.
I'd need to train you, but
No, you don't. You just saw what I did out there. I stopped your spell without even being trained.
yes, but
I'm fine.
but that's not.
Sign it, or you'll be force-fed things you don't want to be force-fed.
But I can't just give it to you. What you need to follow the rules. You need to.
I grab one of his fingers and slowly start bending it backwards to break it.
I have never been more aroused. I
I
take that
bend a
back.
little
That's
bit-
demented.
I bend a little bit further, and this finger ain't gonna work for a while.
It's a shame that Wilhelm scream isn't coming through to you guys, but yes,
No, he just
No,
heard
no,
it.
I just heard it. I just
it
heard
is
it.
coming through. It's not coming through the stream. I don't think.
Yeah, so I bend it just to the point of right before it like breaks. It's like, do you really want to continue down the path you're going down?
He's screaming in pain, and the other like, Roderick's like just sign it, It's like, and he's just screaming and screaming.
So I didn't break the finger yet. I got it to the point of where it's about to break, and I let go. It's like, be aware of what I am willing to do to get you to sign this paper. Are you going to sign it?
You're one of those. You're one of the others.
Don't know what that means, and I don't care. Sign the paper. And I put it in front of him. You have 5 seconds before I just start breaking fingers.
You need to promise that you only follow the rules,
What are the rules?
the traditions.
It's all right. I'll fill him in. I know them all.
Third-
I played a wizard.
third
It's
book.
fine. It's fun.
Third
That's
book
fine.
from the left, second shelf.
I get it and speed read through it.
Mm-hmm. Of what spells are available.
So I can only cast the spells in this book.
Yes.
But I just did something outside of the book, right?
Yes, but if you mess with magic, it can go wrong, disastrously wrong. And I mean, look at what happened here. I don't know what's going on, but that's not us. I didn't do
Kid,
this.
don't fuck with us. Our friend has literally killed like 4 people through magic going wrong, and we're not above continuing the fucking trend, okay?
To be fair, one of those people wasn't me.
But also understand that these were written like by old people, and they're not really kosher for today's climate.
Oh no, did we lose?
Just sign the paper, kid.
Yeah, just
I
sign the
am
paper
very tired.
before we do more.
Okay, he signs the paper.
I try and do combat magic on the wall.
There's your spell list.
Okay. This is my spell list. So I have detect magic, hocus focus, it's elementary, knock knock, know your foe, lock tight, oh go away, oh there it is, take that you fiend, unerring blade, and will o' the wisp. Some of these are pretty obvious. What the fuck is like hocus focus?
Hocus Focus. Enchant non-magical item into a temporary wizard's focus, essentially giving it the extra damage or extra power.
I hand you the staff and go, yeah.
Thanks. I'm a wizard now, I suppose. Great.
I go, Prospero, you're a wizard.
Okay, question though. So like Prospero is like the spell slinger, whatever. I am a natural prodigy of magic.
I would have said
Am
predator.
I able to use magic? Am I able to use magic? And I would like to try and use my imp stone to summon my weak demon who is bound to serve me. And if I actually do this and he shows up, I will figure out what to do with him later.
Danny DeVito returns.
Danny DeVito.
Mixed success.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
So describe how you're trying to summon. How you're summoning this imp from hell, essentially. Or your bra.
So I obviously my bra. So I pull the imp stone out of my bra and I start talking to it and I say, "Hey, motherfucker, you got a second?
What do you want?"
Is he just talking to me through the stone or does he appear?
He comes out of the stone. What do you want? Who are these people? And
Like,
what the hell
screams
is that
from the
thing?
two. The two chained up.
My imp is chained up.
No,
the
the
two.
two-
No,
the
the
kids
kids
were
are
chained
chained up.
Oh,
They
they're
are
screaming
screaming
now.
about the imp.
Oh, because they see the imp. That's
Yes.
fair. So the Danny DeVito imp shows up, and I say, yeah. So I just kind of wanted to see if I could do magic, and I really wanted to hear somebody say yes, mistress. So that's why I called you. But now that you're actually here, I wasn't
Wait,
really
isn't that
expecting
what
this to like.
Isn't that what he says, mistress?
Yeah, but Uncle Marv is here, so we can't like get into it at the moment. So
Later,
anyway.
when we're done.
Yeah, exactly. When we're done, then we can finish.
Yeah, this
So
is the first time I've seen you do this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I didn't
that's
know-
right. It is for both of you.
Where'd the little Danny DeVito looking thing come from?
Oh, like I can use magic now.
Oh.
I'm a natural prodigy, and by prodigy I mean I'm not that great at it yet, but we're working on it. It's
Oh,
fine.
time.
It's all
That's
my
always
work.
time.
It's all my work. Just
So I need you to, I don't fucking know. I need you to go collect all of these herbs that are on this list that was on a door, because I don't fucking feel like doing it myself. Do you think you can handle that?
Yes, mistress.
And I give him the note that has the list of herbs on it, and I kick him in the butt and send him on his way.
And he flies off through through the window and cracks it and flies off into the distance. You hear
I
screams
take it back.
in the distance.
I spank him on the butt and I send him on his way.
Uncanny resemblance to Danny DeVito.
Okay,
Right
so
then.
like I can use magic.
Demon magic.
Demon summoner. You're totally
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean by
it
one
fits
of
the
them?
picture.
You keep
Yeah.
saying one of them. What the hell are you talking about?
Rivals, of course.
What rivals?
Nobody can rival me.
Who are you?
I literally told you who I was.
No, her.
We still look.
She just.
Oh,
She told you
I'm-
who she was as well.
yeah.
I'm Stacy Jenkins, and I'm really stupid. Thank you.
And so what? You go between this. You need psychological help. Maybe when
Hey,
things
we
go
were-
back, we might be able to you might find a shrink. These days it'd be like just going to find religion. I don't think that's going to work with you.
I don't know. A lot of people say, "Oh God," when they're with me. So like maybe I've already found religion.
They
I then go,
they both just. It takes a while, and then they both just really blush.
and
Oh,
then
that's right. These are children.
Yeah, and then I gag them.
They're not
Well,
children, but they're teenagers, which may not have the experience of your normal dealings with
Yeah.
teenagers.
Can we say they're
They've probably
18,
seen
so I
trading.
don't-
They've seen some trading cards.
Okay, so they're at least 18.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But these aren't the people that are your usual clientele.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
only
like,
deal with cool people.
I'm sick of these nerds back chatting me, and I gag them.
Well, they did say others, and they had rivals. Maybe the others are responsible for whatever the fuck's
Yeah.
going on here.
Hmm.
I ungag the wizard. Hey, wizard, who are these others?
I don't know where they are. They
Oh,
look. Back in the day, there was two groups.
okay.
There was some factionalization. There was some controversy, and they went into hiding about 20 years ago. Don't know what's happened. They just went into hiding. Haven't heard from them, and we don't associate at all, and we don't talk about them because we're still going, and they're not going as far as we know.
As in playing the game still, or is this a reference to something else?
Well, we're still playing. We're an active guild. Well, table. This guild stuff world is weird.
Right. So the others who left 20 some odd years ago. Do you know any of them by name?
No, like they would be old people by now.
Right. So they're old people.
Old people
You
have
know-
names.
That one. And secondly, do you know anyone who's been in this club who used to play with them before they split off?
No, this is our group's just out like people our age, not yours.
All right, you're useless, and I read gagging.
Yeah, that was useless. All right.
I'm going to investigate a mystery and look around this guild hall and make a roll. On a mixed success, I'm going to then ask the question, where did it go, to try and find out when this split happened, where did they go?
Where did the others go?
Yeah,
The
this
others.
split group. Yes. I'm going to look through their history books and stuff, which they'd have in their guild hall, about when this split happened.
Well, the pages of their the names have been ripped out of the guild memberships and the whatnot. It is a mixed success, but I'll give you this. I'll give you this. There was speculation that they went underground.
You two remember the request to go to the ruins? I'm getting the distinct impression that might be where we need to head.
But I'll give you this then, even more. Somewhere in town.
Ah, okay.
Underground.
We know of anything in town that's underground? I mean, we've investigated a lot of weird shit in Prosperity, so...
The sewers. But I don't know if they would exist here. They might be old Roman aqueducts or something. Hell if I know.
Romans don't exist in this.
You're both...
They're both gagged.
Gagged.
Yeah, I can't interact.
Yeah.
I can't. Gag the GM, why don't you? Yep.
That's what you get for playing a bunch of kids.
Yeah, a bunch of annoying kids there.
A bunch of nerds doing nerd shit. Like playing RPGs.
Yeah,
Hovering over the mute
T-
button for the cast members.
Hey, listen, if we fail a roll, you can gag us, I suppose. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we need to head. Go ahead.
I assume Prospero is used to that.
Both giving and receiving.
So we're gonna head to these ruins.
No, it's not in town. It's in town, underground.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. So we need to head to the sewers.
Or somewhere that has a basement-y type.
Well, hold on,
big
wait a
building.
minute. Weren't the rats in that one post in the basement?
All right.
So let's go there and see if maybe there's like a further thing underground that maybe is where these rats are coming from. That might lead us to where we're going.
Sounds good.
I'll give you this because you have also in previous. I'm also tying back from previous things in the game in the sessions we've had. You've also made a hole in the ground previously.
Oh, at the hospital.
Oh, by St. Tracy's.
By St. Tracy's Hospice. Because that's what a hospital used to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, yes, there's actually a big hole in the ground that we made. Maybe it's here in this world, too.
Good thing we grabbed those ropes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good thing we didn't have to tie these kids up. We just had to manacle them in the chairs. Also, if we go back to normal, are they still going to be handcuffed to chairs, or are they just going to... Oh, they're going to go back to foam, so it should be
foam.
fine.
It'll be fine.
Back to foam.
You hope.
It's fine.
You don't really know.
Well, the parents are going to check on them eventually if they're in the basement. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
They probably won't be able to,
unconcerned.
they probably won't be able to play their tabletop games anymore because it got a bit too real. But
Yeah, probably.
No.
Nah, gagged. They can't say no.
and I just walk over to the wall and grab a halberd.
Okay.
I go digging through the children's pockets and I steal all of their lunch money. Which, like, whatever money they have, I take it.
Gold
These
coins.
I take these children's gold coins. They fucking suck.
You also find caltrops in bags in there.
Okay, I'll take that too.
And I just turn to the kids and go, look, we always have that one rogue in the party that steals everything.
If it isn't nailed down.
Yeah.
Which,
I'll
once
point out-
again, that will be for later.
I'm gonna say, I mean, you could pin me down. Nails, no, not against it. Haven't ruled it out.
We wouldn't do it through the hands. We would do it to... Anyway, discussion for another time. Let's head to the big hole in the ground.
That's right. Uncle Marv is here.
Uncle Marv is here. Let's remember our catchphrase for whenever we want to talk about things. Uncle Marv is here.
Let's head to the second biggest hole in prosperity.
It's also so weird to have those interactions without Eugene in the crossfire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, let's head to the second biggest hole in prosperity.
Yeah, okay. So you head towards the hospice. Again, you go past the park, which has the notice board. I'm assuming one of the notices is taken away again.
What if it says like wanted hag or whatever? I rip it off the thing and I just crumple it up and throw it in the mud, as I have been doing.
The fountain is still there. And it has the lords.
That terrible fountain.
Yeah, it has the lords of prosperity in stone, slaying a dragon, because of course. You go around the side of the hospice, and there's a large cavern in the bushes, like a hole in the ground that stretches into the darkness.
All right, let me look at these stupid fucking spells. I wrote down the spells like before we left.
You just take the book with you, right?
I don't want to carry around a whole book. I'll just carry the parts that are important.
I just
carry
rip out
the
Prospero,
pages.
I'll put it in my bra.
Oh right, magical bras. I forgot. It's fine. Will o' the Wisp. This makes light. I don't know if it does.
Yeah, we'll just send it down first.
Yeah, I cast Will o' the Wisp. Ooh.
They cast Will o' the Wisp and a light. A beat of light emanates, and you feel that your mind can control it, and you start sending it down into the darkness. The cavern goes down some distance and seems to open up to a stone floor.
This is probably the place. Should probably go in there and murder whoever's here who's causing all this so we can go home. Or back to our time. Whatever it is. I don't care. Let's just get this done.
We tie a rope to a nearby rock or sturdy tree. And
as you're doing that, it looks like it's been done recently as well.
there's another rope there.
Not still there, but it looks like there's marks around the tree.
Around a tree that had a rope. Well, we know the tree can hold us.
Hey, I vaguely remember when we dealt with this, like when we made this hole, there was a little girl who could make things appear. Like that was the whole cause of the situation. Any chance she might be a bit mad at us for what happened back then and is doing this now? Anyone thought of that?
You mean Eugene killing her mom?
That, yeah. It's a big one.
So you're now saying we have to kill the child?
No, I'm just saying it might be that kid, and if it is that kid, we're gonna have to figure out what to do about it. Because, look, I mean no offense, but I think killing a child maybe not the best thing to do.
Unky Marv turns to Trace and goes, "Maybe she needs a new mom, huh? Maybe that'd help calm you down a bit."
Are you suggesting I adopt this child?
Yes.
To be fair, I contacted the wizard. She should have been at some magic school for a while. I'm surprised she's back already if she was doing this, but let's go and find out.
Yeah,
and we climb down.
So let's burn that bridge when we get to it. And yes, I do mean burn that bridge.
Yeah.
Burn that witch.
Hey, it's not off the table. We climb down.
You climb down the rope. You climb down the rope. The light from the will-o-wisp light illuminates the floor area. It seems to be an old tunnel. It feels muggy in here. It feels incredibly humid. And as you're down and on the floor, there's a mist at your feet, like about a foot deep of like thick mist, and again, it's very humid and moist, you could say. In front of you is a tunnel which stretches off into the distance, into the darkness, and what looks to be a large, a walled off section that's been deliberately walled off from what once was maybe a natural tunnel. And it has a door, a large, ominous door.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a handle on the door? Or is it just like, 2 slabs of wood covering up the thing?
No handle.
Kick the door in.
Are you
kick
doing
some
that? Or are
ass.
you say? I was about to say, are you doing that? Or are you asking me to do it?
Oh no, I'm doing it.
Okay. Let's say I'm the wizard. I don't do that.
A mixed success.
Which does?
I inflict harm on it, and it inflicts harm on me.
As you kick the door. As you kick the door, and the intention just busts open, a shattering of energy starts emanating, and then electricity starts correlating where your foot is, and you are thrown back across into the darkness, or to the edge of the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Take one, Hum.
I'll spend my last hold to reduce that to none.
To reduce it to none, yes.
You had rubber. You're not wearing shoes, so I guess your feet are just so calloused it does no longer conduct electricity. All right. Well,
yeah.
I'm looking through this spell book page here, and it says I have a spell called Knock Knock, which opens things. We'll try that. I cast Knock Knock.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the casting though.
Mixed success.
You
So on a
hear
7 to 9, it works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. This one seems appropriate for what I'm doing. Yeah, the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. It makes a really big knocking sound. So something's gonna know we're coming.
So instead of a like a church bells going dong dong as a warning, it's the large knock as a warning. And yet you start hearing like the doors itself start moving and coalescing, and like the wood itself actually starts turning into itself and realigns, and then it starts opening up the doors to a room similar to where you've just been inside. Large table, a lot of dust, bookshelf, weapons, pennants, shields. And you can only just see it because like the will-o'-wisp light is just shining in.
No one's inside though. We don't see anyone hanging out.
Nothing.
All right, Unky Marv runs in, jumps up on the table, halberd in hand, and goes, "Come out now!"
Have at ye.
Nothing happens.
I kick a cup off the table like a cat. Just very slowly. Yeah, got a goblet. Just very slowly push it to the edge until the weight of it just takes it off.
That sounds exactly like a cat. Just waiting for it to, the anticipation.
Yeah.
It clatters to the ground.
I look for any exits that were not this door to the room that maybe someone who heard the door opening might have gone through.
I shout out, "Hey, anybody? Do you want to buy some drugs?"
I guess I'll roll investigate a mystery, and Trace will roll manipulate someone.
Yeah.
I've got the best drugs in the village, best herb around.
All right. Roll plus sharp.
I've got potions of enlarge. They come in this small blue pill form.
Okay.
I partially succeeded.
So we have an 8 and a 6. With the 6, I'm sorry, Trace, there's no response. You don't get a response from the nothingness of the air.
Nerds.
Yeah.
mm,
So I got two questions here. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I got where did it go or what is being concealed here?
I try the second.
Okay, what is being concealed here?
Because you said you look for another entrance, or exit. You're looking around the place, and wait, is that light at the bottom of the bookshelf?
Push.
Are you just kicking some ass and pushing the bookshelf over, or you trying to how are you trying to push the?
I'm just
bookshelf
literally
full of
like
books?
I guess kick some ass then. Like I'm literally just doing what you see of like you push or well, hold on. Before I do that, I look, are there like push marks or are there like door swinging open marks or is there like it being slide over marks?
It looks like it slides out, and you can see because there's dust everywhere. There's a trail of where it's slid across the ground. You also notice that a lot of the books have been touched recently with the recent dust, and there's a book missing. There's an obvious gap.
Is there a button behind that gap or anything?
No.
Stick the book.
right.
Stick the book in there.
Yeah, I
The
was gonna
book we
say
took in it.
Slot book in.
Now I want to say yes because that's a really smart idea. So go for it. It works.
Hey.
There is something. The book missing
book
is
from
a
the
book
bra.
missing. I will tell you this as the keeper, but I like the idea of inserting a book from someone else's bookcase is the key. I think that's a cool one. But yes, the book missing is there is something missing from this room. That was my hint on that.
Okay. But yeah, insert book in and watch secret door open.
Yeah, you hear mechanical clicking, and you hear latches and weights and chains, and then the door starts moving outward slowly, and the room that you're in is bathed in bright light. And as your eyes adjust, you see a stone room with a low ceiling, and in the center of the room, an iron cage. And before the smoke on the floor starts moving into the room, you see a creature in that cage on the floor.
Is the cage shut or is it open?
It's shut. They seem to be imprisoned. They've got sharp teeth,
Long ears?
claws, long ears. About the size of a child, but quite a feral-looking child.
Is it the little girl from the hospital?
No, it's not Elvira.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, pull out a monster manual. Is this thing in there? Do you know what this is?
You've got a bookcase.
Yeah, I go to the bookcase, pull out a monster manual,
Mm-hmm.
and then walk up to this creature and say,
Start flicking through.
No, and just say, what's your name?
The creature goes, and just and doesn't respond in any verbal ability.
Mm-hmm.
Seems quite hostile though.
I say
aware of your presence.
I say to Wolf, wasn't it's Prospero, sorry. Wasn't there a spell in that book, Know Your Foe?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm not used to operating off a spell list. I just do whatever I want. Seems like a bad form of magic.
Let's give that
Anyway.
a go, huh?
Yeah, sure.
We just hold the book and I assume it'll just flip to the page in the monster manual if it works.
What?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm trying to think of what the bad side effect is. Here's
She
what I'll say.
bites your nose.
I got one that works. I say this tells me what the creature's name is, but like the actual stat entry for it isn't in this book. It like, faded or something. So we know what the name of it is. We don't know like any of the attributes or details about the creature.
Oh, I love that. Because, you're not going to like this of what I'm hiding. It is known as a gobkin. Related to the goblinoids. But you can't recall anything about what makes them different.
Yeah, thing's called a gobkin. Doesn't really tell me much.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, she kind of reminds me of me at that age a little bit.
And it is a she, yeah. Little feral kid.
I'm going to read a bad situation.
That seems smart.
Before I stick it with a helper. Oh, okay. I get 3 questions here.
Mm-hmm.
So first I'm going to ask, are there any dangers that we haven't noticed as I look around while they're figuring out what it is?
Why is this room bathed in light? That could be a danger. There might be a reason why this room is bathed in light. The light is from unnatural sources, but it is just like almost what you would class as strobe light, like is in bright white light in this room.
So when you say strobe, is it flashing on and off?
No, not flashing on light, but like real bright.
Okay,
white light.
So like fog lights.
Fog light.
Strobe, yeah. Because strobe light means on and off a bunch.
Yeah, okay,
so
yeah,
I was just making sure.
Yeah, fog light.
What's the biggest threat?
That little creature in there.
Okay.
In the cage.
In the cage. And what's most vulnerable to me?
It's most vulnerable to you.
That's the question. What is the most vulnerable to me?
I can't answer that. Like, I really, as a keeper, I'm sorry, I can't answer that. If you want to take that as a hold.
Yeah, no. It's fine, because I'm going to kick some ass and kill this thing then.
Okay.
What's most vulnerable to me? This thing in the cage.
Well, you said it was the most dangerous thing here, so I'm just...
At 12.
And how are you kicking its ass? Like, describe your actions.
Oh, it's in a cage, and I just... After I've looked around and sort of figured out that thing's the most dangerous, I just run charging into the light at the cage with the halberd, just stick it straight through. I don't know what kind of damage this halberd is doing to it.
Well, let's just say this. You stick the creature, it screams, it writhes in pain. Looks like it's already been injured. Now that you're really close to it. Looks like it's already been taking some blows. And as you stick it, it writhes in pain, it screams and it yells, and it transforms into a teenage girl. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Bum, bum, bum.
With Unky Marv's first murder.
Okay.
No.
We
Gotta get him under the belt somehow.
Unky Marv hasn't killed anyone yet. Unky Marv's been a good boy.
Yeah.
Unlike the rest of the team.
Who have I murdered? Give me a name.
We don't know the names of anyone.
That's my point.
Very good name.
I did.
Does this feel like a note-taking crew?
I was about to say I did.
Brianna, Chibi, when she was part of Agents of Edgeworks, she had a huge mega Word document, all formatted for every conversation, everything, and mega conspiracies between all the characters as well.
Hey, guess what? This is an Agent of Edgewatch.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
So
I was
is
about-
that, a good,
Agents of
is that a good
Chaos.
is that a good defense for murder? Oh, I didn't know their name, so it wasn't murder.
I mean, in all honesty, it's been so long, I don't remember if Frostbros killed anyone. The only death I have that sticks in my head at all is of the mom of that little girl, and even then, he wasn't responsible for it.
Oh,
No.
I've definitely killed people. I just don't remember it.
Well, yeah,
Because
Oh,
you
I-
took my memories.
I
think.
might have killed those people in the van at one point because I remember I heard gunshots because Trace and Uncle Marv were shooting at a giant ant. I just saw them shooting at the van, so I did something to the van. So those people might have died.
Yeah, you killed people in a van. You definitely killed people in a van.
Well, we pulled one guy out. I don't know about the
I-
other guy.
I can
assume
give you the name.
Of the person in the van.
No, of the person that just died on the floor.
Oh well, we'll
Wait,
find that
she's
out
dead?
later.
Yes,
Yeah, she got stabbed
that's
with a
why I was
halberd.
stopping. You just killed Alyssa the voice.
Oh, so the evil
So-
group is turning the good group into little goblin people.
Yeah,
Interesting.
well, Unky Marv's fine with that. He's the only one who's allowed to play Bard.
I hope my little Danny DeVito demon's okay.
Damn,
Going into
dude.
a hospice with herbs. Is that where you're sending him? To get your
I
free.
just, yeah. I
No, he
told
was
him to
just
go collect
collecting
some
them.
Herbs. Yeah.
Also,
from
why
the-
were
He's
people
not
freaking
turning it
out?
in.
Why were people freaking out? In this world, there are wizards. So why are they freaking out about
Yes,
the
but
imps? There are wizards.
imps as well. Is a freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trace, I know we're done for the night, but Trace is less interested in the dead girl on the floor and is more interested in getting back to the real world so she can place a purchase order on Amazon for this cage.
I'll find a
It's a
way
good
of
gauge.
relocating it.
Well, if we just
Can I
get back
put it
to the
into my
real
bra
world,
holding?
That.
all
Yeah,
right,
no.
we put the bra on the ground. We all lifted okay, get it in there. Ah.
I'm sure MJ will help with that one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure Eugene
Absolutely.
will help with that one. Use the character name, not the
From
fact.
from inside the cage.
Listen, sometimes that cuck kink gets real weird.
You have missed most of the episodes of that. But anyway, we'll
have.
finish this one off for today. It was going to be a shorter one because we started really late. You actually this wasn't a one shot, but
You know how they go.
Yeah, it can go really quickly. This is going to get really quick, but that means things go faster and you've moved the story time along as well, which I'll have to deal with. But we'll do outros and we'll do a raid. So, VJ, where are you right now? Because you're not just here right now.
Oh, hi. So I'm VJ Stonecraft. I'm here right now. I also believe my other show that is premiering right now over on Crossroads Games on YouTube is still live. So I'll be joining them as soon as I jump off here. This is the second episode of our show called The Knights of Nymeria. I play a very different character, a little bone-stealing weirdo who is very sweet. So you can find me at VJ_Stonecraft on Twitter. I'm a podcaster, streamer, writer. I'm the keeper for Love Winscraft. You can find me on Crossroads Games, TTRPG, and in February I start running a show for Girls Run These Worlds called Fathomless, and we'll be casting for that very, very soon. So please join me in the dark.
Okay. Wolf.
Hey, I'm Wolf of Red Roses. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Wolf of Red Roses. You can also find my game design work at Wolf of Red Roses Studio on itch.io. Other than that, I play Prospero Theus III here on the alignment. I will not be here next week due to some personal stuff, but I look forward to hopefully seeing what happens, either with this story or whatever story is going to come kind of in between until we get back to this one.
Okay. Dr. Oblong.
I'm Dr. Oblong. I'm an electronic music artist. You can check out my music at SoundCloud/Dr. Oblong. I've been playing Unky Marvin Spaff today. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, that's a lot shorter than I expected because there's only a few of us here today. My name is Karsh the Goblin. It's great to be back with this group. It is chaotic. It's weird when we have different people off, how the conversations change. But the conversations are pretty much all about, Trace. Because Trace always makes them about her. one of these episodes, you're not going to be here, VJ, and it's going to be a very different move. It might be PG. I don't know.
What's gonna happen when I'm the keeper? Oh my god. Who are
Wow.
y'all gonna hit on?
That could be weird.
We'll just have a
it's
big
all right.
group.
Unky Marv would never.
That's true. Uncle Marv, nah.
It's just weird.
No,
He hits on
it's
anyone.
going to turn into a big group therapy session. We're going to realize the toxic people in our lives, and we're going to go on from there.
And then I'm
That's all
gonna
it's gonna
kill you
be.
all immediately.
We
Yeah,
realize
exactly.
that we are all the toxic people. in
Oh yeah,
our
no,
own
we're all
lives.
except for Brianna
Bree?
Gentry.
Yeah.
Brianna Gentry's fine.
Yeah, Brianna's the sweet and innocent. Well, not so innocent.
No.
Some of the stuff,
But
that's
the moral one, if nothing else.
moral.
Yeah.
Moral. Yes. We're going to be rating Goodman Games official because why not? They do Goodman Games do the what's it DCC series, Dungeon Crawl Classics. So we're rating them. We haven't rated them for a long time. Our raid messages: we come to share love, our hearts are warming fresh. Thank you everyone for coming in. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few highlight videos from this. And VJ's been doing a lot of editing for her own ones. I've got to try to get you to do some like circus ones maybe at some point because some of them are good. Because I'm not cool enough to edit TikTok style. But we're going to do a raid. See you later in the week with Circus of the Broken Chain, where we have a bit of a climactic battle. And
Ooh.
they are not going to win initiative because one for Steak doesn't start combat well. Really doesn't. So take care, have fun. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.